Hi everyone, welcome back to Unlimited Potential. I'm Michelle Wright.
And I'm Chrissy Capral.
We thank you for joining us here again today. We have another video for you.
Yes.
We're going to talk today about expression numbers.
Yes, your expression number is a number that is generated through the numbers that are related to the letters in your name given at birth, and it breaks down to a single digit.
So that's a lot to say that the value of a letter S could be a number 1, right?
Right.
Okay.
So what the expression number does is that it just extends more characteristics to your individual person. It could relate to a number that's already in your birth chart, or it could be a number that's not. So
we know our expression numbers,
right.
We know our life path numbers, we've done our own numerology. We're going to share to you today our expression numbers with you to help give you an example of how that's going to go. And this is something that, Chrissy and I generally include in every numerology reading that we do that's based upon a birth chart. When we calculate a person's expression number, we are looking specifically at the name they were given at birth. If you were perhaps adopted and your name was changed, we really want you to take that personally, and the name that resonates best for you is definitely the one that you should follow along with.
Right. You can also calculate the name that you go by. Will also further delineate your specific personality. So for me, my full name is Christina. So I go by Chrissy. My friends, my family, everyone who knows me as Chrissy. But there are many other Christinas out there that go by Christy. They go by Tina. They can go by Christine or Christy. So it all depends on how you spell your name and what you go by. Can also further explain some of your intricate personalities.
Yeah, and just jumping back just a half a step, those persons who have one name and then gotten married or been adopted and there's a name change, you'd be surprised that I've actually found that some of their expression numbers are exactly the same. So, if it's meant for you, it is what it is. You just want to identify with whatever you feel is truest to you and its character. So let's give you an idea of what we're talking about. When we say letters correspond to numbers, in numerologies, the alphabet runs through a series of the number 1 through 9. And that's, say, letters A through I. And then it repeats again. So J starts with the number 1 and it goes out through the letter R, and then we start over again at the letter S being a number 1 value, and it runs through Z, that's an 8. That's a really quick way to
that's a pretty good quick way
just kind of explain it. We can show you guys a chart and maybe attach it to this video just to make it a little clearer for you. But again, this is something that we share with kind of everybody in a general numerology reading that we do. It doesn't have as much detail as some of the other numbers in your life, but it can lend to understanding some additional characteristics in who you are and where your strengths and weaknesses are.
Absolutely.
You want to share yours?
Sure. So when I calculate my full name, it breaks down to a number 3. So the expression of a number 3 is the expression of expression and sensitivity. And people with this expression number tend to engage in heartfelt and uplifting expressions, and they communicate with inspiration, sensitivity, and joy. And I think I pretty much
think you do. I think you're very empathetic. I think, in a joyful way, you're always kind of very uplifting and trying to bring about the positives and things. For me, when I calculated, I went by my name at birth, and mine was a 9. So, with that, it indicates characteristics of me being able to be in alignment with my higher self and principles, that I lead by example, and that I have charisma. That was the other thing.
You sure do.
Just a little bit. Now, let's blow their minds.
You ready? Okay. If you are following us and you've seen our most recent upload?
We posted it on September 4th, so depending on when you're watching this video.
Right. When we talked about our personal life path numbers, which is our full calculation of our date of birth. Ready?
I'm a 3.
I'm a 9.
Bizarre.
Bizarro. Well, not really.
Whatever. So when Chrissy calculated hers and told me that she was a 3, I was jealous. And then I looked at mine and I went back to my, my name given at birth, and I was like, well, guess what? I'm a 9. And we were like, isn't that just perfect?
That's right.
So, it is what it is. You take from it what you can, and stay true to who you really are. Again, if there is a name that you feel best represents you, I never went by Shelly or Shell or anything else. My name growing up was Seashell, and it felt good, but it wasn't given to me. It never stuck. I've always called you Chrissy, and we've known each other 25 plus years, not to age ourselves too much. But so, take that into consideration.
Absolutely. And, going back to talking about, people getting married, and if you choose to take, for a woman who chooses to take their husband's last name, also changes your personality, because that energy of those numbers will now vibe to you.
And the same can be said if you have decided to hyphenate your name.
Absolutely.
If you're taking both your God-given, not your God-given name, but the name that has been given to you at birth, and hyphenated it with your spouse's last name, then run it all together and see what your numbers come up with.
Because that energy is supposed to be attached to you now.
You might be very surprised to find out that the numbers are going to be the same no matter what.
We're very close.
And the characteristics definitely will be, because again, they're sacred to you and no one else.
That's right.
So we hope we haven't confused you with this. It's just a short video to kind of explain to you your expression number. Christy and I do more in-depth numerology readings for people, and we're happy to do the same for you. And calculating all of this information and then give it to you in a way that is very easy for you to review personally, and then absolutely understand and see the characteristics of maybe where you can continue to guide yourself throughout the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Okay. And most times that's kind of validating that you're on the right path, and deep down what's really right for you. So we hope that this has been informative and fun for you on some level. Don't forget to subscribe to us and click that bell so you're notified every time we post a new video. Like we've said, if you want to learn more about the life path numbers and how the two of us are complete opposites, but really the same, go check that out. It was posted on September 4th. And we hope that you've enjoyed your time here at Unlimited Potential. We'll see you again really soon.